Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel, where myths and legends merge into one, and each one leaves a mark on our soul. Today, we'll dive into one of the scariest and most mystical stories that has traveled across the world. This is the story of the Banshee, a spirit of death that brings with it the premonition of an end. Her scream can end a life, and her appearance sends terror straight into the soul. Are you ready? Then let's begin. From the depths of Irish mythology comes the Banshee, a spirit that brings death. In Ireland, it was said that banshees were the spirits of ancestors who appeared to warn about an imminent death. She was often tied to specific families, and her scream wasn't just sound, it was a sign that someone from the family would soon pass away. Legends say her appearance could vary. Sometimes she appeared as a beautiful woman with white hair. Other times, she was a horrifying creature with burning eyes and a distorted face. The earliest mentions of the Banshee date back to medieval times when people believed that her scream was a sign of death. They believed that she wasn't just a spirit, but a special entity who couldn't leave this world until she completed her mission, warning people of death. The appearance of the Banshee is so terrifying that some witnesses couldn't get rid of the image in their dreams. There are many descriptions, but they all agree on one thing: her appearance is unforgettable. In some legends, she was a beautiful woman in white, but her eyes were filled with fire, and her hair seemed to move as if alive. In others, she was a monstrous spirit with a grotesque face, tattered clothes, and long hands reaching toward you when she tried to claim your soul. Her appearance silences everything around you. You hear only her scream, which cuts through every fiber of your being. And when that scream comes, you know death is near. There are countless stories about encounters with the Banshee. One of the most famous legends tells the story of the O'Brien family, who were witnesses to her appearance. A mother and her two children heard the scream echoing from the forest. The woman who survived that moment described how, after the event, her husband and son died in one of the most tragic events their family had ever experienced. But could one escape her scream? Could one change their fate? Another story tells of a young man who decided to test if the Banshee was real. He walked through the forest when suddenly he heard her voice. Not just any sound, but something deeper. Her scream pierced through his mind and made him feel as if his life was slipping from his hands. The Banshee's scream is no ordinary sound. It is a cry that leaves a chill in your heart, as if she's not just predicting death, but calling it forth. A person who hears her scream may feel the cold running through their body, as if their life is fading. In some cases, people say that after hearing the Banshee scream, they had visions of their death or the death of someone close to them. Perhaps it's all just a myth. Perhaps these are merely fears and stories passed down through generations. But why do so many people across the world share similar tales of this entity? Maybe it's the manifestation of our fear of the unknown, or perhaps the Banshee truly exists on the boundary between the world of the living and the dead. So we can only guess at what the Banshee truly is: an entity with immense power, or simply a creation of our ancestors to explain the eerie sounds of the night. But one thing is certain: her scream leaves an imprint on the soul of everyone who hears it. What do you think? Perhaps you've already encountered the Banshee in your dreams, or heard her scream? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new videos about the scariest myths and legends from around the world. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.